My name is Tamara Simmons. I'm a junior mass media arts major with a concentration in public relations. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama, and I attend Clark Atlanta University.
I'm Camille Robinson. I attend Clark Atlanta University, mass media arts with a concentration film. I lived in Lawton, Oklahoma, but I've actually moved to Atlanta. That a commercial radio station is funded by the advertisers, and community radio is funded by the community. It's for, it's supposed to be for our voices. And my personal opinion why community radio hasn't, a lot of people don't know about it, is just that it's just not out there like the regular, what we would say regular everyday commercial radio. I don't feel like it's pushed. A lot of people don't. I never knew about this community radio station, and I've been here in Atlanta for a year.
If there was one or two things that you could do, or that you could suggest that WRFG or any community station could do better, to reach its real audience, what would those things be?
I would say building awareness, creating a buzz about the radio, because like she said before, not a lot of people know about it, and they aren't informed about the radio station, and it's for the community, and they're not utilizing the radio station like they should, and that's because people aren't aware of it. And that's what I would say would be suggest to even get more younger audiences involved, because youth today, even with the Obama election, like youth have a lot of power today. And I think by encouraging youth to get involved, we could take WRFG to like a whole nother, pinnacle.
That it's been here for 35 years, but it's never guaranteed for another 35. So they have to put themselves in a position to guarantee themselves for another 35 years. 35 years ago, this is a new day. 35 years ago, we wouldn't have had a black president. 35 years ago, they're so much different from 35 years ago than it is to now. So they need to bring themselves up to date. Number one, use the resources you have. You have the internet. You have so many more resources now to get your name out there, to get your movement out there. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to say? Where are you trying to go? There's so much more, out there to get yourself out there that it doesn't make any sense for anybody not to know. So just because you've been here for 35 years, you're not guaranteed another one at all. So, to live in that era of we've been here 35 years, well, this generation now, we don't know who you are. So come to us where we're at and let us know where you are, where you're coming from,
so
what you're trying to do.
Like? What would that look like? What would WRFG coming to young folks where they're at look like?
It would be my face. It would be her face. It would be, it would even be maybe my mother's face, because somebody 60 can't tell me, my mother's still a young woman. Or it could be my brother or my sister, somebody who looks like me telling me, this is a movement. How does this affect me?
When we first got here, they had like the poetry contest and the forums and that. I think those are effective. Perhaps like a block party or something. I think that would be a good idea. A block party with food, with little concerts and stuff like that. Because kids, young adults really like things like that. And like me, if it's something free food, I'm always there to go. I being a college student, I'm not even gonna lie. But that gets people involved. When you get excited about things like that, then people want to become involved. You have to just generate some sort of excitement.
What was positive was the media forums, but at the same time, media forum and panel, the word association with that is boring. So if you can present something to young people, because one, the element that we don't care about, the important issues of our community and of ourselves is a misconception. But if you give them a place to say, you know what, we're going to talk about hip-hop and black culture. We're going to talk about this at this forum. And guess what? We're going to allow you to talk about it. And guess what? Your moderators are going to be young people.
My best, it's probably a couple of weeks ago when we got to accompany Miss Margaret to the rally. the march, and we got to go with her to see that. And also, and I got to sit in on the radio show. It was just because I had never seen that before, and it was just kind of cool because I never sat in on a radio talk show before.
I enjoyed the accompanying Ms. Carbo to the rally with Al Sharpton and Martin Luther King III. I've never seen those people in person, or that stature of civil activists. Like, I've never seen that before, so that was a new experience for me. I would look at it in the fact that community radio is for people in the community and voices in the community, and that it's not commercially or funded by a supporter or by anybody that, you have to watch what you say, so it's not, you're really getting the straight truth. And I feel like that's really why, my personal opinion, that's why community radio is not a big thing, because the government and, people in power don't want people to hear the truth. And you are going to get the truth in community radio, because they're not working for a commercial, they're not working for an advertiser. They're going to tell you, how it is. They're going to show you different aspects of life. It's going to be it's going to be the truth of how it is in the hood, the truth of how it is overseas, the truth of how it is in the war, the truth.
What's, like what she said, telling the truth, voicing what's wrong with our community or the community that's around you. And that's the purpose of it, to get these opinions of what's going on, to keep people more informed, to just give them a more valid approach on how things are going on in the community. And that's the purpose of community radio, and commercial radio can't offer you that.